Hello, everyone. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have James. James is from Phoenix in Arizona in the USA. So let's see what James has to say. Enjoy the interview.
No worries.
So, hello, James. How are you?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Thanks so much for taking the time this morning, early morning for the interview. Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you for inviting me. I've never really done anything like this before, so
Amazing. I like your background. Where are you right now? Like in an office, like in a place where you work? What's that?
it's a combination of everything. So this is my office at my house, but it's also my cosplay creation room, and then I do 3D printing. So like I make a lot of stuff here. I play video games and I do my work.
Amazing. Oh, wow. So that's the place where we spend more time during the day.
Yep, yep.
So tell me a little bit about your creation room you have on the left-hand side.
So this is for cosplay creation. So I like to dress up in different costumes from video game characters, anime characters and stuff. And funny enough, we went to a brewery celebration last night and they had a cosplay contest and I was one of the winners, so that was super awesome.
Oh my God, congratulations. What were you wearing?
Gladio. Did you saw the picture of me right before you saw my camera where I was
No.
holding the sword?
Oh,
Oh,
yes, 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 I did. Yes, I did. Yes.
yeah, that was the costume I was wearing. So,
Oh my God. So tell me, so do you dress up sometimes? It's like a community.
yeah, so I actually run a gaming group here in Phoenix. And so we have like a little over 200 members, and yeah, it's an awesome group, and we're a gaming group that raises money for charity. So I partner with Phoenix Children's Hospital and the Children's Miracle Network hospitals through Extra Life. And so we do parties, we do cosplay contests, we play video games, and we stream to raise money for children in the hospital.
That's amazing, James. What a beautiful idea. Wow, that's great. And how often do you organize those events?
So usually there's multiple a month, but we always have our major our group's called Gamerland without the D, so it's like LAN party, but we do it once a month for sure, and then sometimes we'll have side events. So like last night was a side event because we have our normal party like next Saturday, which is we're doing a video game rave and charging folks like some money to come party with us, and then that money goes straight back to the hospitals.
Amazing. So, James, tell me where are you from?
So I was originally born in Salt Lake City, but we moved here like 6 months after I was born, so Phoenix, Arizona, and I've been here most of my life. We moved back to Salt Lake probably between my age of 13 and 17.
Uh-huh.
Um, but outside of that, I've been here all my life, so I just consider myself an Arizona native.
So, do you have some relatives and family back in Salt Lake City?
Yeah, I do have a couple out there. My immediate family, though, is in Phoenix.
I see. And what do you do for work, for living?
So I do IT stuff. So funny enough that the camera didn't work at the beginning, but I do information technology engineering. So a lot of applications, hardware type stuff.
So, when the camera or Zoom doesn't work for some reason, they call you to fix it.
Yep, yep. That's why I was like, I'm gonna try everything because I know I can get it working. I was just like, why isn't it working now? Of course, when you start the meeting.
Thank you so much. Thanks for taking the time today. I really appreciate. And all right, so before we start our journey, Will in the Magic Box, would you like to tell me something interesting about yourself?
Um, let's see. I guess, what is interesting about me? I think I kind of went over like the cosplay thing because that's pretty big, but maybe I'll go like video game wise. Like my favorite series is Final Fantasy. So
Mhm.
I'm really, really big into the Final Fantasy video game series. I do a lot of things in life revolving around that series, so that's something unique.
Amazing. Very good. James, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and to share your point of views?
Yeah, definitely.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So this is my best friend. Okay, floor from the fun questions. So I'm just gonna play a song now just for us to relax a bit before the first question, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Let's do it. Okay? Let's do it.
All right.
Okay, James. So before we start the game, during the journey, if comes up a question that you don't want to talk about for some reason, you don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Okay.
First question for you is, what does happiness mean to you?
Happiness for me is just being around the people that I love, like the people that I know. They're so good-hearted, and like I wouldn't be where I am today without others in the world. So it's really about the people around me, especially with my husband Josh. Like he's favorite person in the world.
Oh,
But like all of our friends and from our gamer group and everything like that, like is just everybody's just a beautiful, happy. It's like a beautiful, happy place.
oh. Do you think that happiness is a choice?
Um, I would say yes, because I've seen through my journey in life, at least, I've seen there's many people that can go a different way and see things differently, and sometimes like happiness, they choose not to be happy based off of the choices they make. Sometimes you don't get a choice in certain things. There's always
Yeah.
that. But when things happen, like you have the choice of you can look at it optimistically or pessimistically. So you do have that choice. And so I do think some happiness is a choice.
All right. Next question.
I'll just pretend there's music.
Great, great. Amazing. Right, next question for you is, what is your favorite place in the entire world and why?
um I would probably say that my home is my favorite place just because that's where I do everything and make beautiful creations and live with my husband. Like everything is here. And I haven't traveled a whole lot. So, um, I do really, really, really want to go to Tokyo, but I haven't
Hmm.
been able to last few years, mostly because of the COVID restrictions. So, but yeah, I'd say my house.
Oh, and why Tokyo?
So Tokyo, I'm a very big nerd, so tech stuff, anime stuff, gaming stuff, like Tokyo is the central hub for all of that. And I love Japanese culture in general. So I've always wanted to go there. It's like number one place in the world I want to visit.
I'll tell you something, James. I started doing the show like 2 years ago, yeah, and so many people around the globe already participate on the show. People from like place that I had never heard before. Like when I start, search a little bit about my guests, and I've been very fascinated as well about the Japanese culture. Yeah, and I always wanted to have like a Japanese person on the show. You know what I mean? But it never happened for some reason. I've been invited people like the same way I invited you as well, but it never kind of happened to be a Japanese. And last month, I reached 800 interviews on the show so far. And I invited someone, a lovely man, on Instagram. And I had a guess that maybe he could be Japanese or not, but it didn't. I wasn't sure. And guess what? He was from Japan and from Tokyo actually. And I was so over the place. Like I was like, oh my god, I've been trying to have a Japanese person on the show for so long.
That's
And
awesome.
I was being very fascinated as well about the Japanese culture. You know what I mean? The way they're so kind, the way they approach you, the way they talk to you. There's so many kindness there. You can feel. You know what I mean? They look into your eyes. They have this way of talking to people that I never see anywhere in the world. And so yeah, I've always been very fascinated about Japanese culture as well. I don't understand much or at all about video games, but I love the I love their
Yeah.
culture.
Yeah. And like I see a lot of culture through video games because they put a lot of culture into them. And so
Yeah.
like I get to see it kind of like third person view, but like to actually be there and experience it in real time, like I'm so excited to do that. I'm planning to go next year in March, so hopefully.
Let me know, okay, how it went.
Yes, I will.
Next question. James, before the next question, tell me how is being gay in Phoenix, Arizona? How do you feel about being gay there? And also, tell me how was your journey as a gay boy? Did you have the support of your family?
Yeah, so I guess I can go. So comfortability wise, I think it's always an issue no matter where you're at because you never know how people are gonna act or treat you. So in Phoenix specifically, because I know Arizona isn't huge. Like it's because you probably know Florida and Texas are kind of like lower on the scale of LGBTQ acceptance based off of the bills that are introduced. But like I've never really had too much of an issue, but my personality is that I just ignore people because like people will shout about stuff to you, like growing up in school and stuff, they'll say things. I just ignore them because they're looking for the reactions, and if you don't give it to them, then they just go away for the most part. So, and then also on the flip side of that, I know a lot of people in the community, like they want to get out of Arizona. They don't like how it feels in the LGBTQ community here. But at the same time, if nobody stays, then we don't have anybody to fight for the rights. So, like, it's important to be here, even though it's a little like hit or miss. So, like, I wouldn't I don't purposely go out to places and show that I'm gay because I'm sure I would make people uncomfortable and I don't know how their reaction would be. But it
Mhm.
would be one day like nice to have like everywhere in the world where you could just be that way and it'd be accepting. But growing up, my mom was always supportive. My stepdad was not. Um, and so we did get into issues and fights about things. Luckily, I moved away. Like I got out of the house before anything like went too crazy. But
Mhm.
yeah, I've always had the support of my mom, so that's kind of been my rock.
Amazing. Do you have siblings as well, or you are the only child?
No, I have siblings as well. I have a sister and I have two brothers. But our ages are very so like I'm close with one of my brothers and my sister, but me and my mom actually had me when she was 16.
Oh
So,
wow.
yeah, so we're really close in age, and like my little brother is actually further in age than me and my mom. So, but my sister and my brother have both been supportive too, but I am the oldest child, so I ended up going through that before, they were fully adults or anything. So,
I see. Funny you say your mom was 16 when she had you. My mom was 18 when she had me, and
oh wow.
it's so interesting to have those like close age, isn't it? My
Yeah.
goodness, when I think about my goodness, I'm 40, so my mom is 59. It's like it looks so close, like the
Yup.
age. I grew
Yeah.
up. I grew up in situations. People think that my mom was my cousin, even my dad as well. He's very young as well, and yeah, that's the positive side of having younger, parents.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes they think like we're actually like a couple sometimes when we go out because we we look fairly young together, and so when we go out, I was like, no, that's my mom. What are you talking about?
The last time that we had this situation, my mom came to Europe for the very first time a few years ago, and we went to Paris, and we were at the top of the Eiffel Tower, the top, and there was a few tourists around. And one point, my mom was in front of me. She was walking in front of me, and this gentleman, his partner, his girlfriend, crossed between us, and her husband or her boyfriend pull her back and said to her, "Wait for her husband to pass." He thought that I was my mom's husband,
Oh my
and
gosh.
I look at him. And she's my mom. He was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." And I was like, "No, no, it's okay. It's her birthday. She's having the time of her life." And I started laughing. And my mom, she couldn't speak English. She was like, "Why are you laughing?" And I said, "Because he thought I was your husband." She was like, "Oh, okay, good. That's nice."
That's awesome.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. And the place where we were, you're never gonna forget. Imagine the top of Eiffel Tower in Paris, and we have this situation. So I loved it. It was the last time
Wow.
we had that.
Yeah.
Next question is: who has been the most influential person in your life and why?
Um, I'll probably have to go with my husband Josh on that one. Um, because he's really taught me a lot about different things that I wouldn't have slowed down and been able to realize. He's he is handicapped. He unfortunately ended up in a shooting years ago in Phoenix. It was just a random shooting, and
Wow.
when he got shot, like it paralyzed him from the waist down. They told him he would never walk again, but he was like, no, like I have to be able to walk, like.
Wow.
And so he's been incredibly motivated, and he does walk now. Obviously, with assistance, he has some tools that help him out, but he does walk by himself. So he's so
Wow.
motivational in my eyes, and he does um he does a lot of party planning, and I love to do. That's another thing we do a lot of is party planning because so I do like video game parties, and then we partner on like bigger themed parties. So he's made himself a name on TikTok. Like he's pretty viral out there with all of his party themes. He's generating money for us like
Wow.
through that. Yeah, like he's just so amazing. Like he takes advantage of everything he can do and goes far with it. So definitely
Oh,
him.
oh, amazing. As I can see your eyes shining talking about him, tell me what's the biggest difference between both of you and the biggest similarity?
Well, the similarity is definitely the craziness that we have. Like when we do party stuff, we think of the most insane ideas. Like, and we just like, yes, let's do it. And people are like, what the hell? What? Yeah, like no. But yeah, we're just very similar in that aspect. We'll just go way out of the way, think out of the box completely. Um, Differences, I'd probably say this one's a weird one. Dirtiness. Like he doesn't like dirt on his hands or on the feet or anything. Like if I just walk outside barefoot, he's like, "Stay away from me. Go clean your feet." But and where I'm like, I'll just run outside. Like I don't care. It's just dirt to me. Like whatever.
That's funny. How long you guys been together for?
Just over 4 years now. We just got married this past November, so
Oh my God, congratulations.
thank you.
Oh, that's sweet. So amazing. Very good. Next question.
Oh, I heard a little bit of the music.
Yeah, sometimes it comes and goes sometime.
Yeah.
Okay, James, next question is, what do you think is a good age to start dating and why?
Um, so I'll probably be a little bit more controversial on this one. I think that you should start dating like probably in high school. Like I think it's a good only, and I say this only because the high schoolers don't know what they're looking for, right? but you don't know what you're looking for and you don't know who you are yet, and you need to figure that out, and you can't do so by just staying away from it all. Because like if you get to your mid 20s, because I know like a lot of people say like mid 20s, early 30s, that's a really good time to like really settle down. But like if you never been through the experiences, you can't learn from them. And then if you spend years and years figuring out, oh, that's not really what I want, then by the time you actually find what you'll be in like your 50s, and then it will be like really late. Not that it's a bad thing, like if you want to start when you're 50, but I think the earlier the better. That way you can learn your lessons earlier and figure out what it is you're looking for. So
Absolutely. I think there are no rules. As long as you are safe, you feel like you are safe in a place where you can start dating and can start exploring, the dating world. That's when you're going to find what you like, what you don't like, what kind of person you're looking for. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to meet nice people. You're going to meet people, for the first time. You're going to think that's the love of your life. And it doesn't work like that most of the time. And
yep,
it's a learning process. That's what I believe.
yep, I completely agree.
Ready for another one?
Yep.
Let's do it. Hey, James from Arizona. Before the next question, tell me about Gamerland, yeah? The name of the group, your group. So
Yep,
tell
I
me,
get like here's my logo kind of. So
Gameland. I like it. I like it, actually. Well made it. So tell me when the idea started and who would you like to be part of the group? How does it work?
So it started 10 years ago. So we're actually having our 10th anniversary party next month. Because I was like, wow, 10 years already. It started mostly because I was looking for gamer group friends. I'm more of an introvert than an extrovert, so it's kind of hard, especially like being in the gay community and then also part of a gaming group and then being introverted. It's like we need a place where we can kind of like open up, find new friends, make connections and stuff like that. So it started out really slow. The growth was really slow. It's expedited over the last year or two and exponentially, but we're very particular. Like we always look for people to join, but we're kind of particular in the people that we get to join because it's really like a family. Like when people come to this group and they see our people and they start talking to them, like they're just fully accepted. Like the group is very diverse. Like it's the most diverse group I've ever been a part of or had. And so I just love it because it's so many different perspectives, cultures, everything, and they come together all for gaming and to help children. So like it's just amazing. But it didn't really start out that way. It started out just looking for friends. That was originally the core, and then I developed it more, especially as I got into my professional career into IT. Like my work kind of helped me look for things outside the box volunteer wise, and then I kind of found passions in helping out the community and doing things with charities and stuff, and I'm like, we should do that in the gaming community because they're like gamers are amazing people and they could definitely help out. And so we just find our different avenues through that. So it's definitely grown and developed and became the group it is today versus like starting like this was the goal. So yeah, it's very interesting.
Amazing. All right. Next question is, what is the worst advice have you ever given?
Oh no. What have I given? Oh, you know what? Yeah, I know this one. I'm very bad with spending money. Like I will just spend it and be like, okay, we'll deal with the consequences later. So like when people ask me, they're like, I'm a little tight on money, but I'm really looking for this thing, and I'm like, buy it. like just buy it. Because I'm the type of person that's like, you know what, I could get hit by a car tomorrow and not be here. At least I bought it and had it for a day, you know?
I'm exactly the same as you as well, James. When someone comes to ask me something, not just money, but anything, I just go like, do it. Just do it. If you feel like,
Yeah.
do it. Just go for it. Don't think too much, because if you think too much, you're not gonna do it. So just do it.
Yep,
And
yep.
and after you think about the consequences, yeah, that's what I do as well.
Like I think it's a fun way, but I don't give it as a recommendation to people because I know like things could come up, there could be issues, problems, they need ways to deal with it, where I'm very lax. I'm just like, oh, we'll figure something else out. Like if a problem comes out, like whatever, like we'll figure it out. Well, a lot of people just get really, really stressed about it. So I'm like, my advice is probably not good for you, but it's good for me.
There's always a solution in the end, isn't it? There's always a solution. That's what I think as well.
Yep.
You watch the interview, don't listen to me and James, okay? We are just like just go for it. Don't listen to us. You watch the
Yeah.
interview.
Yes, yes, yeah. Save your money.
Save your money, don't buy it, don't go it, don't just wait, think
Yeah.
twice. Don't listen to us. Next question. All right, next question is, tell me something that made you laugh this week or this month. Something funny.
Oh, I laugh all the time. Like we went to the brewery. Oh, you know what? This is like so we on Friday night, we went out to bars because we were bar hopping and we were supposed to go clubbing after because there was a friend's birthday. Um, and so we went to this new bar and it was an interesting experience because it was very dark, like super dark. Um, but they had cool drinks and stuff, but they had this thing on the menu where it's like you could get your picture taken with your pants down from the back and they hang it on the wall. And so all of us were just like completely bursting out laughing and then we all did it. So it's on the wall in that bar downtown.
Oh my God, that's funny. That's quite cool idea actually as well to get the people's attention.
Yeah, well, the thing is too, like, I don't know if you'd ever be able to find it because of how dark it is. Like, you'd need a flashlight to like go up the wall if you, because there are like thousands and thousands of people that did this already because the pictures are just lined across the wall. But like to actually find yours, it would be like near impossible in that place.
Amazing. 3 questions left for you, James. Let's do it.
All right.
Next question for you is, tell me what your parents did that comforts you the most.
Let's see. You know, one of the things that was really important to me, I think, growing up was my mom did she pulled me out of school from kindergarten, and then she home taught me like halfway through kindergarten all the way up to third. I think it was between third and fourth grade is when I ended up going back to school, and I thought that was a very interesting experience. Like it was good, like really good for the academic aspect. I feel like I learned so much more with the one-on-one connection being at home with her, but I also felt like I lost a lot of the human interaction and the just being able to talk to people. That's probably why I'm so introverted too. So like there was a plus, but there's also a minus to it. But it was pretty impactful and very different than what most people have done because you usually just go to school. You know, usually don't get home taught in this day and age. So
It's funny, I had a few, I think last year, someone on the show, I think from South Carolina, I'm not sure, but he had the same education as well. It's quite popular, he said. Sometimes some parents, they prefer to teach their children at home. It's something popular as well in Arizona.
oh, that's interesting. Yeah, from all the people I've met, I haven't met anyone else in Arizona that has gone through homeschooling.
Hmm.
Um, but that's cool if it's elsewhere because I think it's really good. I think like if I
Yeah,
were to give any advice on it, like if you do homeschooling, like have your child go out and do some extracurricular activity where they're with people. That way they don't lose out on that aspect, and then like you get the
yeah,
best of both worlds.
absolutely. Two questions left. Let's do it.
All right.
Before the next one, tell me if I'm come to Arizona, to Phoenix, Arizona, let's say for the weekend to get to see the city. What's there the place that I must see? What's the postcard of Phoenix in your opinion?
Um, I really like there's a bar that I really like. It's called Undertow. And so I would really recommend that you go out. It's not like a monumental structure or historical thing, but it's really, really cool because it's almost like you walk into a ship and
Wow,
like you could see stuff in the portholes going by. They have the whole mood lighting, the flashing. Like it's a whole experience. Like so if you're ever here, definitely recommend that bar. Um and then there's also this really cool restaurant, and this is probably more of along the lines of what you're asking for. Is like it's called a Compass. Is a restaurant that sits at the top of a hotel in downtown Phoenix, and it rotates.
oh wow,
Um, yeah, so it's like a rotating restaurant, and me and Josh actually went there uh, shortly after we had met, and I set it at like sunset time. So like you got
oh
to see the entire Phoenix area and it just
wow,
rotated through. So highly recommend that experience too.
wow! I love it. Done already. The first time when I come to Arizona, that's it. Next question for you is: if you could have a cup of tea or a coffee with a fictional character, who that would be and why?
Oh, let's see. What fictional character would I do? Um, I would probably do. It'd probably be from one of my video games. I'm guessing most people won't know who it is. But like from Final Fantasy 14, there's a character named Graha Tia. He's super awesome. Like he's a fan favorite. Everybody loves him, and he likes food. And he would totally go out for tea or coffee or energy drinks, because that's what I do. uh, but yeah, because he's just a very kind-hearted person trying to help save the world. So, I mean, what more could you ask for?
That's true. Absolutely. You are in good hands. You're going to be in good hands in this tea for sure.
Yeah.
Ready for the last question?
Yep.
Last question. Let's do it. But before the last question, people watch the interview right now, people that's maybe in Phoenix, in Arizona, anywhere, that they would like to, be part of the party, the Game Land party. Tell me what people gonna expect. What's the something special about those events that you and your husband organize?
I think the most special part of it is that we really try to help out the community and give back through the event. So like the connection with the Children's Hospital. Because I work on the Extra Life Advisory Board, and I say work loosely because it's not a paid thing. It's just my own time. Um, but I think like that's really it's that, and then making friends and connections for life, like the combination. You're doing good for others and you're doing good for yourself. So that's that. Those would be like the two main points I would tell everyone about the group, and that if you want to look into it or join it, it's a Facebook group, so you could search there. But if you don't use social media, we also have a published app on the App Store, so you can download it whether you use iPhone, because it's on the App Store, or Google Play, the Google Play Store if you use an Android. and it's just called Gamerland, and you'll see my name attached to it, and you can download it, and there's just an events button. You click it, and you'll see everything that we have planned for the rest of the year, because that's how crazy I just plan everything out way in advance.
Amazing. Oh, wow. Very good. Last question for you is, what is the weirdest food combination have you ever tried?
The weirdest food combination. I feel like it has to be something with mayo because mayo is so weird. Uh, that one's a tough one because I've like usually if I know I'm not gonna like the mix, I'm like no. But I feel like there was something with mayo. Maybe it was like mayo and mac and cheese because that was just gross. Like I think someone tried that once.
Ooh.
I was like, ew, no, no, don't try it. It's nasty.
Do you like cooking, James?
Um, yes, when I have time for it, I do.
Mhm.
But a lot of times I don't, so I either have to like do meal prepping or just like in the spur of the moment, just grab something and throw it together like a sandwich. But I do like to cook when I get especially baking. Like I like to bake a lot.
Mm. Oh, wow. Very good. Good one. Your husband is very lucky. Right, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game, okay? I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking, okay?
Okay, I'll try
One
it because
word.
I'm slow.
So, I hope you are enjoying the interview. Before we do the word association game, don't forget to give a like, don't forget to share this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Just click on the button right there. Thank you so much and enjoy the word association game. One word for family.
Um, so one word from love. There we go.
Money.
Job.
One word for love.
Restrictions?
Okay. Life.
uh, happiness.
Sex.
Fun?
Politics.
um, complicated.
Religion.
uh, I'd say restrictions on that one too, I think.
Okay. Fear.
Um, challenge?
Friendship.
Love as well.
Desire.
Want?
Regret.
Learning.
Success.
Uh, friends.
One word for wish.
Also want.
Okay. Happiness.
Love.
One word for phoenix.
I'd say love as well.
Okay. One word for Arizona.
That one's also gonna be love. I love this state.
Amazing. USA.
I'll also say love because I do love our country.
See. And the last one now. Gameland. One word.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if I could squeeze that one into one word, but if I had to, I would say love, friends, like one of those.
Okay. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your husband for a coffee, okay? And I'm going to ask him, tell me the most beautiful thing about James and tell me something that he still needs to work on, to improve on. What he would say about you.
Um, he would love how he's told me before, like how nice of a person I am and just how I'm kind and helpful to everyone.
Mhm.
And so like that's his favorite part about me, just that I can really talk to people and they feel like they're at home. It's not awkward, and so he just loves that side of me. And then if I had to work on something, definitely washing my hands, my feet, not wearing shoes outside. Like I guarantee you that's what he would say.
He knows you very well, James, so he knows
Yeah.
what he's talking about. Let's play now, James, at the magic box, and you can ask me a question. But before that, let's play the music one more time. Let's do it.
All right.
Okay, James, you can ask me a question now.
All right. So if you had $1 million and you could give it to any charity in the world, which charity would you pick and why?
Beautiful question, James. You know what? Okay, I would make this 1.5 million. I would take 500,000 and I would give. There is a charity in London that they look after animals, like very well known, and they look after, they pick animals on the street, cats, dogs on the street, and they kind of look after them, give them a good treatment. I would
Mhm.
give half of my money to this charity, and then the second half I would give to any other charity that supports children. Children that they cannot, support themselves, like left by their family, they don't have any kind of support. I would give half of this money to children because um, they are children, they need support. Do you know what I mean? We are adults, somehow we can look after ourselves, but children, they're just children. They haven't asked to be here, and they are here now, so they need support, they need someone, or to look after them. So that's what I'll do. It breaks my heart when I see children like begging for money on the streets, or under any circumstance that they should be in school, or they should be doing something. Do you know what I mean? They should be living
Mm,
like as their childhood. They shouldn't be worrying about food or about anything. Do you know what I mean? So it
yeah.
breaks my heart. And at the same time as well, when I see animals being mistreated, on the street, or when I see those, and again, they didn't ask to be here. They're just, animals, and they need to have support. It breaks my heart as well. So yeah, both of this, I would give half for each charity to give a little bit of support for them to look after the animals and also the children as well.
That's awesome.
When you said
Yep.
when you, when you mentioned the beginning of the interview about your events that you raise money for charity for children, you know what I mean? It's amazing for people to be doing something what they like, what they love, at the same time as well they're helping someone out there. So in the end of the day, you are doing something good to the world. You are doing something good to you, but at the same time as well, you are doing something good to help someone out there. And I strongly believe when you are helping people or animals, you are helping yourself somehow. Do you know what I mean? Because
Yep.
it's give back to you somehow. You're giving away, and this comes back to you in a much bigger proportion that you don't realize how big. So that's what I believe as well.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly.
James, did you enjoy the interview?
Yes, I did. Thank you so much, William.
By the way, thanks so much for being so kind and so sweet, and also to start the interview a bit earlier. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time. And before you go, if you can share a positive message, something that you live by.
Um, do what you love while helping out those you love. Like, I think that would probably be my statement, just because, like, with the group, like, we're helping people, we're helping ourselves. Make sure that you take care of yourself first, because you can't take care of others unless you take care of yourself. So it's not selfish as long as you're like getting yourself up and then helping other people, getting other people into the same state as you are. So,
Amazing. Thank you so much. And actually, I was before the interview, I was watching a little bit one of your clips that you posted, one of your parties. I think it was the night before. I didn't see the date, but I felt like so much being there. I'd love to go to one of your events one day for sure. I'd love to be part of it.
oh yeah, definitely. Well, I'll make sure Josh sends you an invite for one of our big events. So
I
if you
would
want
like
to
to.
come.
Oh my God, I'd love to. I'd love to go one day and enjoy and dress up. You know what I mean? I'll need some suggestion, okay? On dress up, okay? I need some suggestions.
Oh, Josh will give you like a million different things. Like he usually posts like pages and pages of ideas for people. So
Really? Oh,
you'll be all set.
thank you so much. Regards to Josh and keep in touch, okay? It was a pleasure. Thanks so much.
Yeah, it
And
was a pleasure. Thank you, William.
take care. Bye bye.
You, bye bye.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.